I opened TJ's Music, which was actually called TJ's Drums and Percussion in September of '97. So we're talking 23 years. Okay, and we we realized that we were the only music store in Fall River really quick, and we weren't really making it as a drum shop. So I quickly morphed into a full-on music store, and it wasn't very easy, right? So like there was a lot of brands that we wanted to carry. We had to prove ourselves to the to the companies, and it took some time. But over the years, a lot of hard work and great relationships and people, just good people. I can remember when I used to run the shop solo myself, and I was teaching lessons. I'd be in the back room, showing a student how to play. Somebody would walk in, be checking out a guitar, and I'd have to, tell the student, hey, I'll be right back. Keep working on this paradiddle, man. Get this thing down, and I'll be right back. And, I'd go out there and bring out a guitar and come back into the lesson room, and, and that stressed me out a lot, because I couldn't give the students my undivided attention. It was shortly thereafter that I had, met my wife, and she come to work with me, and it was scary for her because not playing instruments, and at the time 23 years ago, a music store was such a man's world, and literally I'd be in the back room teaching a lesson, and I would be sitting in the doorway, and a customer would walk right by my wife Tammy, and walk right into the lesson room where Tammy's like, no, right? And they would, she would always tell the customer, hey, I can help you. And they're like, oh, they would give the face, oh, how are you going to be able to help me, And so she'd say, try me, And so, the customer would be like, well, I'm looking for this 250K tone pot. And she was like, is that a short shaft, long shaft, short taper, long taper? And they would be like, I don't know. That's a good question. And, so right away, Tammy learned fast, and right away you knew that she was going to be able to knock it out of the park. And believe it or not, while I was heavily focused on my students in the back room, she was learning a lot out there. And she took the retail side of it to a whole other level. I mean, it was night and day from what I would, from the time when I was just teaching lessons and ringing out a guitar and not, pouring in my efforts out there. But she did a fantastic job, and it took us to where we are today. We became a top 100 NAMM dealer. We earned that.
Awesome.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's like, so when I won it, I was very surprised. I was like, wow, how, I think after I won it, I started to worry about think about the criteria of being a top 100 NAMM dealer. And then after I won it, I went, come on, this can't be real. And we started to go through all the criteria. And when I looked at the top 100 list, you had Sweetwater and Guitar Center and Mars Music and Sam Ash and TJ's Music and, the Music Zoo, and and we're like, how did we get on this list? It came down to the customer service that we were offering, the reviews that we were getting. It came down to our lesson program, and one of the main focus, or the reason why they gave us the top 100 was because we were considered pioneers in our lesson program. As a music store, we always offered lessons, and it would just, we had these lesson rooms down here. Little history about TJ's Music was we were at another location, and this facility was Al Raynone's Modern Music, and it was a music store since the 60s. And so they had these are actually lesson rooms that were constructed in the 50s and 60s. And we, when Mr. Raynone had passed away, his son David called me up. I was at my Pleasant Street location, and he was like, hey Todd, my father passed away, and he's, we moved all the stuff out of there, and Mr. Giroux, who owns the building, is looking for a tenant over there, and you guys would be perfect. And And I was like, what a great idea. So I came up here to check it out, and I fell in love, of course. Busy street, right downtown Fall River, and then just having the lesson rooms all built out. I was like, this is a win-win, So we moved from Pleasant Street over to here, and it just was perfect. It worked out awesome. We didn't have a whole staff full of teachers, and at the time it was a friend of mine, Phil Macumber, who is a local guitar hero. This guy's just fantastic, and he was teaching guitar down here, and I was teaching drums upstairs, and it kind of grew from there. And before you know it, the rooms were, we had a teacher in every room, but we didn't have the students all day. And I had no idea what you had to go through to fill up an academy with students. At one point we had, somewhere like 350 students, and that's when we knew that music lessons in TJ's basement needed to be rebranded, and just it needed the attention that it deserved. So we took on a full-time office staff member. It's tough running a retail establishment and running a whole separate business, a lesson academy as well. Just, being able to hire instructors the way we hire them now is, we get the best instructors, But that's pretty much how we became a music academy. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this, and it's 2021. We're very excited at Fall River Arts Academy and TJ's Music, and we are ready for you to begin a new musical journey.